Hello again. Another grey one, but not too windy, so hopefully I'll be able to leave the wind blocker off today. Basically off to Shaldon, a little bit of a quick mission. One of my subscribers, Gilda, who I believe was one of the ladies I met on the seawall, asked me the other day, said, oh, next time you're in Shaldon, Bill, could you get a shot of Pear Cottage where we stayed? It'd be nice to see it again. I said, yeah, sure. In fact, I'm planning to go over anyway at some point during this week. But then I thought I'd find something else to do while I was over there, and I have, but I'll tell you about that later. Unfortunately, we're going to have a bit of sad news now. I learnt through Andy yesterday the sad news that Dawlish now has only 4 cygnets. Another one has gone. It wasn't an attack of a dog or it got run over or anything like that. Apparently it was just taken ill, taken to the vets. They worked on it, but unfortunately it passed away last night. So there's the remaining 4 cygnets. And well, not much more to say about that. Like I say, I don't like to carry negative news on the channel, but news it is anyway. So there we go. Just thought I'd fill you in. So what I'm planning to do when I get to Shaldon is talk about the Shaldon whalebones. Now we all know that there were 2 sets of whalebones in Teignmouth, down by the Teen Bean area. One where you go onto the seawall, and one where you go in the opposite direction down from the Teen Bean. And there was also a pile of them up on the seafront, up there near the lighthouse as well. But did you know there used to also be some in Shaldon? Oh yes. Well, I didn't know anything about any Shaldon ones myself till a couple of days ago, when I came across a video, which I'll explain to you and link to in the description. It's only about 3 minutes long. It was very, very interesting. Anyway, I didn't know about it until the other night. And now I do. I found out they were at Hunter's Lodge. So I've done a little bit of research on Hunter's Lodge. Found out a couple of quick facts and figures about it. And that's where we're basically going today. But more when we get there. Oh, look at that. Lovely. It's there. Smashing. Smashculating. Fantastic. Look at this, ferry to myself, smashing my own personal vessel. Here we go, we're off now. It's gone from an empty ferry to a fairly full one. A load of small children have just got on, sort of 2-3 years old. School, kindergarten outing, whatever they call it, play school outing. So I won't be filming them obviously, but you probably hear them in the background, they're teachers. Go, nearly here. Nice quick journey today. There we go, off the ferry. Lovely. I do hope it's not going to rain. It wasn't supposed to rain today. Had a few flecks though, a few drops of liquid sunshine. Of course I didn't bother, did I, to check the weather before I left. I just thought, now I'll get on with it. And I did, and here I am. Haha, yes. Could be my famous last words situation. Strand Cafe. Yeah, so these whalebones we're going to be having a look at the old location of came from a whale that was washed up on a beach in Shaldon, on the Ness Beach. Now this is where I should have more information really to hand. I'm going to say either 1845 or 1875. Both of those dates are floating around in my head for some reason. I don't know why. But I say if you watch the little video that I link to later, he's got all the facts and figures. I'm just doing the more general, broad strokes. But so this whale was washed up on the beach, and some of it ended up being part of this gates we're going to go and have a look at. And the rest of it ended up in a museum, of all places. But again, all this sort of detail is in the other video. Clipper Cafe, November opening hours. Lovely, lovely, lovely. It's November. Oh yes. And Trump has just won the election, just as I left the house. Blimey. I passed the Ocean Blue Art Studio on my right. Nice little water feature there. Reminds me of my my pond. You walk out the door and you hear the splash, splash, splash of the water. It's a village store. Lovely. And as we head along here to what is the entrance to the bridge, or the start of the road to the bridge, on our left, up here, we've got Hunter's Lodge. And that is the focus of what we're looking at today, in some detail, but not as much detail as I could. But I've got a few things to throw up, a few facts and figures, and a lot of them are gleaned from the history that I'm linking to in the description about Hunter's Lodge, which of course you can look at yourself and see it all in detail. But I'll just give you a couple of sound bites. So there we go, Hunter's Lodge, one of the prominent buildings in Shaldon as you come across the bridge. It says Hunter's Lodge, 1650. How they date it? However, chances are that's not quite right. They're not saying that there wasn't a house here in 1650, but it wouldn't have been this house. This would have been about 1800s apparently, but it's been all sorts of things: private residence, a restaurant, and the Hunter's Lodge theme carries on along there, all the way along. You see with the little foxes, which is they're sad or good, I don't know, but the little fox heads along the top there. Lovely. But as I say, this used to be a very prominent house with an entrance up there that we'll look at in a minute. That's where the gates were. Right, it's going to go across the road and get you a shot of it from 2008 from Google. Here we go, can't get the exact same angle, but there's the thingy. And this is back in 2008 when it was a restaurant. So I've crossed over now, and I'll take you up here, show you a shot of where the gates were. Here we go, they were there, next to that memorial. Here we go, very, very similar shot. Had to wait for the traffic to go. Here's the photo. And you can see in there the gates that go round the back there, which we'll look at closer in a second. But where's the Whalebones? They're not very prominent, are they? Well, no, they're not, but I'll move over and we'll see them up close. Okay, so over here would have been the gates and also the Whalebones. Here we go. As I say, that's the Hunter's Lodge Whalebones in Shaldon, which I didn't know about until a couple of days ago. And even the chap on the ferry looked a little bit confused. He knew about the two up by the Team Bean, wasn't sure about the ones up by the lighthouse. However, he'd never heard of any in Shaldon. So there we go, hopefully that's given you a bit of interest. Like I say, the full details of that, along with the other Whalebones as well, available in the video, linked in the description. It's only 3 minutes long, definitely worth a watch, very good video. Unfortunately though, because of the way the chap that's made it has set it up, it's marked just for kids. And what that means really is I can't add it to my other people's videos playlist, because it's limited in what I can do with it, because it's marked just for kids. But do check it out, definitely worth a look. Right, gonna go find Dagmar Street now, have a little look at Pear Cottage for Gilda. And here we go, this is the top end of Dagmar Street, which will lead us down to where Gilda stayed. That's a straw cat or a wicker cat on the roof of the thatched cottage. Lovely. Oh, and there's another one up there. Didn't notice that one straight away. So they're playing with each other. Lovely. Up ahead here in the distance, can we see a thatched cottage? That might well be Pear Cottage. Oh yes. Past the Shaldon Conservative Club. And this here is Pear Cottage. In there, where Gilda and her friend stayed. It's an Airbnb, I believe, I'm not 100% sure. There we go, Pear Cottage. If I stick this up and there's someone in there, I'll take it away. But no, it looks empty. Or no one in my shot anyway. Definitely Pear Cottage, even on the bins, Pear Cottage. So, there we go, Gilda. Hope you get to come down Visit again soon. Smashing. There's a couple of cats ahead of us there, look, see, in the middle of the road. Having a bit of a set too. That black one's a lot bigger than the small one that's under the car. Oh, here we go. I feel like a nature photographer now. Oh, he gives as good as he gets. Whee, pack it in. Right, can't go any further here. Have to turn this way to get back out. Maybe that's the two cats from the roof have come to life and having a great time. There's the hub, community area. Quite busy in there. And number 1 Teignmouth Street. So we've gone all the way along Teignmouth Street from start to finish. Here we are, this lane is coming to an end now. So we're gonna have to turn left and end up down back by the ferry. Oh, that's come on. Watch that being done. Certainly got on with that. Smashing. Here we go. Back down when we started at the beach. Right, we're well away for the ferry. How's about I'll find you one more photo to do. If I can think exactly where it is, and I think it's probably around here somewhere. Quite possibly actually right here. Anyway, taken from up there, 1960, Milkman pops up. Here we go. So there we go, that was our Milkman delivering milk somewhere along here. One of these houses in the early 60s. Right, let's see about getting this ferry back. Where is he? In Teignmouth? Yes, he is, I can see him over there. I waved to him, he saw me, making his way back now. Lovely. 20 times zoom, of course. So a bit of time to go yet. There we go, isn't that perfect timing? Worked out really nicely today. Excellent. I've just been granted a bit of access to the ferry where I don't normally get to go. So I'm going to be navigating the ferry back myself. Hopefully we'll get back in one piece. But here's the view from the cockpit, shall we say. Steering wheel. There we go. Never see it from this side normally. Thank you. And there we go. That was Shaldon on this somewhat chilly and again grey morning. But that's what we've got these days, isn't it? Grey days from now on. Never mind though, soon be spring. Haha, soon be spring. Let's hope we have a better summer than we did this year. We're having a race. Who's going to win? Or are we both going to collide? I think he won. Treasure won. We slowed down to let him past. Bit of a different shot. I changed my seat on the ferry. Normally I'm sat right up there in that corner on the left where I normally film from. There's always loads of people on here. As I say, there's such a thing as accidental inclusion where you're walking down the street and someone walks past you and they're getting the video. Well, there you go. But if someone's on the ferry, I don't really want to be sticking my camera in their face. But today I can film the ferry as I'm the only customer on it. Lovely. And there we go. That's Tom, who's safely ferried me across. Let me have a look at the cockpit. Lovely. Smashing. So if you come down here, get on the ferry, see Tom, say Bill says hi. Lovely. And the weather has held out very well. Got everything I wanted to do in Shaldon done. Back to Tom on the ferry for a second. It's Tom's dad, really, that's the big subscriber, big viewer. So hello, Tom's dad. Gonna give you a mention because Tom said he watched a lot of my videos. So thank you very much, Tom's dad. See, I'm a bit later back, even the pub's open today. A bit later overall, actually. I was a bit late getting out this morning. No real reason, just was a bit late. Spy Mass Gallery, I believe, heard on the grapevine, well, if the grapevine's named Gary, that they're moving down here, down to the other end of Northumberland Place. And when we eventually get down that far, I'll give you a clue as to where I think he said they were going. Lovely little area, Northumberland Place. Had its own little community spring up during lockdown, where people used to come down and sit on these benches, well, you know, nicely spaced apart from each other, and have big conversations. A lot of people used to come down here. Talents News. It's been in newsagents all my life. It was McGeary's back when I was a youngster. Went to school with the two McGeary boys. One was a year younger than me. So we've got the bin men up ahead. And if I'm right, or if I got it wrong, Spy Mass is going to move possibly there, behind that face electrical shop next to it. I don't know. We'll see when it happens. No need to go and get anything today. I've got my curry later on tonight, so I don't need anything to eat myself. And Mum's got plenty of stuff in. So that's all right, but we'll have to make a trip up for bread to Lidl's tomorrow. But tomorrow's tomorrow, and this is today. And as for today, I'm going to start heading up home. There we go. Back to near enough where I started from. Hope you enjoyed that. As I say, be sure to check out the original video that I got this idea from in the description. And also, be sure to check out the history of Hunter Lodge from the link in the description. And with that, see you again tomorrow. It's going to be a shorter one tomorrow because I've got to go off in the afternoon. I want to get ready for that, have a bath and everything. But all good. See you then. Take care. Bye.